As Nigeria targets national economic recovery through agricultural optimization, Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano has launched the export of dry vegetables to the United Kingdom and other parts of the world. Governor Obiano says that his government will implement his agricultural transformation blueprint to the letter to aid farmers and boost food production.
Products of over 200 enterprises from Anambra State and other neighboring states are on display at the 2017 Food and Products Exhibition at the Dr. Alex Ekweme Square in Awka, the Anambra State capital. For the next few days, these various brands will be showcasing the best of their offerings for local and international markets. The occasion also marks the launch of Anambra State's latest agricultural innovation, dried pumpkin leaves for export to the United Kingdom and other parts of the world. A proud governor takes the pleasure to explain the journey so far since the beginning of vegetable exports.
We started exporting vegetables to the United Kingdom, and it was only the fresh one that we were doing. So I am very happy to launch this dry ugu, made in a very hygienic format for export to UK and anywhere in the world.
This is indeed a step further in the administration's drive for agricultural optimization. And the state also boasts local production of rice, which began in 2015.
This paddy we have now is enabling us to produce well over 375,000 metric tons of rice, well above the annual consumption of 320,000 metric tons. So we are doing well, and I commend the entrepreneurial spirit of Anambra.
There are also plans to create a database for all registered farmers in the state to provide financial intervention through a loan scheme from the State Small Business Agency, ASPA.
Well, it's time for sports news on the news at 10 with Kayode Alayode.
Welcome to Sports News. Nigeria Football Federation has confirmed that the Super Eagles and two-time world champions Argentina will square up in a friendly in Russia on Tuesday, November the 14th. Venue for this high-profile friendly is the Krasnodar Arena Stadium. All arrangements have been concluded with regards to the big match, subject to the approval by World Football ruling body, FIFA. Gennett Roar's men will take on Algeria in what is seen as an academic exercise on November the 10th and face Argentina 4 days later. Defending champions Chelsea came from behind to snatch a 4-2 victory over Watford at Stamford Bridge and a 3-game run in the English Premier League. Elsewhere, Huddersfield Town pulled off the biggest upset of the day and ended Manchester United's unbeaten start to the season with a 2-1 win. League leaders Manchester City defeated Burnley 3-0 at the Etihad Stadium with goals from Sergio Aguero, Nicolas Otamendi and Leroy Sané, while Newcastle United beat Crystal Palace 1-0 at St James's Park. Stoke City suffered a shock home defeat at the hands of Bournemouth, while Leicester City held on to beat Swansea 2-1. In the last game of the day, Southampton defeated West Brom 1-0. Meanwhile, Nigeria tennis star Aruna Quadri has crashed out of the 2017 International Table Tennis ITTF Men's World Cup in Belgium after losing in the round of 16 to Japan's Jun Mizutani. Mizutani beat Aruna 11-6, 11-7, 11-6, 11-7 to advance into the quarterfinals. Aruna had qualified into round 16 after finishing second in the group stage, which was played on Friday. Africa's other representative, Omar Asa, also did not fare any better as he was eliminated by #1 seed and world champion Malong of China. And that's it on Sports News. Gimba Umar is back in just a moment.
The World Health Organization, WHO, has appointed President Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe as a goodwill ambassador to help tackle non-communicable diseases. Although critics say that Zimbabwe's healthcare system has collapsed, with the president and many of his senior ministers going abroad for treatment, the new WHO head, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, praised Zimbabwe for its strides. Mr. Ghebreyesus, who is Ethiopian, is the first African to lead the WHO. More stories, and thousands of pro-independence demonstrators gathered in Barcelona in protest against Madrid's decision to sack the secessionist leadership of Catalonia and force the region into a new election, saying that it had to take the unprecedented step to prevent Catalan independence. Protesters chanted and held banners calling for freedom for Jordis in relation to Jordi Cuixart and Jordi Sanchez, two pro-independence leaders who were detained on Monday. Catalan president has joined the rally and is expected to deliver an address. He made a symbolic declaration of independence on October the 10th, but on October 19th threatened to press ahead with a more formal one unless the government agreed to a dialogue. The Catalan parliament is expected to discuss on Monday and also to decide whether it will hold a preliminary session to proclaim formally the Republic of Catalonia, as an emergency cabinet meeting today failed to resolve the political crisis. The German police have arrested a man in Munich over a knife attack on passers-by. 4 persons were lightly injured in the incident, and none of the victims is said to suffer life-threatening injuries. Police authorities are yet to establish any motive for the attack. And the main news again. President Muhammadu Buhari today asked African leaders to resist foreign influence and speak with one voice on issues affecting the continent. The president said this during a meeting with the president of Guinea, Alpha Condé, on the sidelines of the D8 summit in Istanbul, Turkey, where he also met with the Pakistani Prime Minister. Also today, youths in Plateau State demanded an end to open animal grazing in the state, following latest attacks on several villages by suspected herdsmen, resulting in the killing of many residents. And the Spanish government today finalized plans to remove Catalonia's leadership and take control of the region, a decision that has attracted protests in Barcelona against direct rule from Madrid. And that's how it's been on the news at 10 tonight. I want to thank you so much indeed for watching. I am Gimba Umar on behalf of everyone here. Have a splendid night, friends, and good night.